with Tim Pascarella of Team Pascarella, powered by Ross Mortgage, on the 10 simple rules you need to follow. You mentioned don't change jobs in the middle of this process before you close. Don't quit your job. Don't retire 2 days before closing. You said don't go out and buy a car, truck, or van before closing. You may end up living in that van because you're unable to close on your house. You said about credit cards being excessively or letting accounts fall behind. You don't want to do anything to harm your credit. What else is important?
One of the fourth thing we want to talk about is assets. You got approved based on the money you had in the bank.
There you go.
So during your application process, don't spend it all.
Yeah. Well, there's a thought, huh?
You kind of need it.
Because they're going to check, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's a process here. Just because you have the pre-approval doesn't mean you're closed. They're going to check.
Exactly. And not only that is a lot of people don't realize that reserves matter now.
Yeah.
So let's say you had $8,000 and you need 6 to close. Your first thought was, well, I'm just going to go spend the 2. No, those 2 mattered. That's what you got approved on. So just try to keep your money in the bank. Don't omit debts or liabilities on your loan application. Believe it or not, some people think, well, I'll just pay that off and my credit score will get better. It's not actually true.
No.
So you actually need debt to have good credit. There's some people that some credit's better than no credit.
There you go.
Don't buy new furniture.
Before the closing.
Don't apply for any new credit is essentially.
There you go.
You'll start to see a trend here. So no inquiries or no inquiries on your credit. Stick to just the mortgage person that you're using. This one's a absolute huge one. Please, if you have cash, keep it.
As in,
do not put it in the bank.
Right, because people, they don't understand that's not a good thing in this process.
It is the number one delay in all of mortgages is cash deposits in your bank account. Now, I'm not telling you that if you have to go withdraw from a 401k, can I not do that? Of course you can. We'll have to obviously document that's how you did it and where the deposit came from. But the number one delay in the mortgage process is someone calling you up a week before closing and saying, hey, I just deposited $3,000 cash I had underneath my mattress for closing. We're good, right?
Right. I sold the Harley.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something, and they've got a pocket full of cash, and they put it in the bank, and they got to know where it came from, and it just delays everything. So wait until after close.
The number one thing I tell people is if you have something that you just have to get in the bank, call your loan officer first.
Okay, good.
Tell him what you're doing, how you got it, and let him, give you the best way to do it. Don't change bank accounts. That just becomes a huge fiasco.
Right.
And don't co-sign. This is a huge one. For all the people out there that think when you co-sign, you're just co-signing and you're not liable. You are just as liable as the person you're co-signing for.
That's the
point. That's the whole point of co-signing.
Right.
So don't co-sign for a loan for anyone.
Okay, great. So we've got